Hi, everybody. It's Allison with a quick screencast on how to move your MP4 video files to YouTube as an alternative way to provide access for your students. All right. So, in an earlier screencast, I talked about how to screencast on an iPad. And I'm going to show you now how to take that MP4 video and move it to YouTube so that you can then provide a YouTube link to your students. Now, you can share the MP4 file directly with your students, but the viewing programs can vary from device to device, and sometimes it can be a little difficult for the students to view those MP4 files. I have found that converting them or uploading them to YouTube and then giving them a YouTube link works almost 100% of the time. All right. So you can see here that I am in my drive and in one of my subfolders called Screencast, and I have a screencast here called Screencasting on iPad, and it's MP4 file. All right. So this is one that I uploaded from my iPad to Google Drive and have now moved into the appropriate folder. All right. So I'm going to go to YouTube. So I'll open a new tab and go to youtube.com. All right. And it's going to obviously pop up under me. I'm logged in on Google, and so it's going to open up my own personal YouTube. All right. I already have a channel. So if you look through this sidebar, all right, you will see home and then library, shorts, and then a section called your videos. So if I click that, this is where I upload all of my screencasts that I then provide to my students. It's called channel content. And if I scroll down, you can see that there are quite a few of them in here. All right. Now, if you don't have your own channel on YouTube, it's very easy. I've got this tab here. All right. I Googled set up your own YouTube channel because I can't show you directly because mine's already open. All right. You just need to sign into YouTube on your computer or the mobile site, click on your profile picture, and then select create a channel. All right. You'll be asked to create that channel, and you're going to go through some details, including your account name, some photos, and some confirmation so that you can set that channel up. And it really is just that easy. Right. Once you have that set up, your videos should show up on this side menu, and you'll be able to access that channel content area. Okay. You can do all kinds of things with your channel content. You could stream live if you wanted. There's a set for posts. You can put together playlists of videos that you put together, and you can also do some podcasting here. I tend to use it as a repository for my screencasts and then provide links to my students so that they can also access these screencasts. All right. So now, how do I upload one? So I'm going to go to the upper right. You'll see I have this create button. When I click on that, my options are to upload videos or create something. I'm going to upload the video I've already made. So I'm going to go to select files. I'm then going to go find it. So I had it in my DLL subfolder under screencasts. Whoops. Hold on. I'm not sure it did that correctly. Oh, yes, it did. All right. So I happened to accidentally click on it there. All right. So once it starts uploading, it's going to ask you some questions. The title. All right. So I'm going to say screencasting iPad at ABRHS since it's our high school. If you want to type in a description, you can put that here. It's going to show up underneath your video. I usually say screencast detailing how to create a screencast of material in Notability on an iPad. Right? It does not have to be lengthy. You have 5,000 characters, so you can kind of choose how much you want there. I tend to keep them pretty simple, but that is up to you. All right. You'll see over here it says uploading video. You're not going to see your preview until all of YouTube's processing has taken place. But it has already assigned it a link. So you could copy this video link and provide that to your students, and it will bring you to this specific video. All right. Now, if you scroll down, all right, you'll see that there are options to upload a thumbnail. So let's say you have some sort of title screen that you like to come in front of all of your videos, you can put it there. All right, you can see down below, it asks you questions about what the video is for. I always say, yes, it's made for kids because all of my stuff is aimed at high school students and it's all explanatory stuff about chemistry and physics. So it seems fine to me. All right. Age restrictions, I don't think that's necessary for what we're doing. All right. Then you're going to click next. Right. And it's going to ask you for a couple of additional things. Now, let's say you had subtitles. Now, you can see it's not option right now, but once it's fully uploaded to YouTube, you can come back and you can add in the subtitles, and YouTube will put subtitles in there, which then, let's say you have an MLL student, he or she or they can then change the language of those subtitles so that they have access in their own language versus English. All right. You can also put an end screen on, and then cards. They're promote related content. I don't tend to do this, but that is another option. All right. So then I'm going to click next again, and it's go to checks. All right. So YouTube's going to check and make sure that you've not got anything that's copyrighted in your video. And if you have a problem, they will let you know. It hasn't happened to me yet, but depending on what you're trying to show, who knows, it might happen. All right. And then you hit next one more time. Visibility, save or publish. You need to make it public. All right. If you make it public, then that link will be good to anyone that you give it to. All right. Private can be a little difficult if you have classes year after year and you want to use the same video. You have to continuously go in there and update the list of people that can watch it. Now, if it's something for a set group of students, then yes, by all means, you can make it private. I tend to set it as public just because it is easier. All right. You can also set times for when it can become public. So if you want to do a bunch of videos at the beginning of the year, but you want them to become public over time, you can set that. I, again, tend to just let them come out as soon as they are processed. All right. And then you hit publish. All right. Then YouTube's going to take all of that information and it's going to tell you that it's still processing. So you don't need to do anything else for now. You hit close. All right. And you'll see at the top of my channel content now, I've got my screencasting on iPad at ABRHS, and you can see visibility wise, it's still pending. All right. What that means is if you gave someone the link and they came to that link, it would actually say this video is not available yet. All right. However, if you hover over the video, you've got some options here. All right. This will pop it into YouTube. If you click the three dots, this is the one I like. You can get the shareable link here as well, and it copies it to its clipboard. And then if I open up another window, I can hit Control V and hit Enter, and we're going to go to YouTube, and it's going to tell you to check back later because it's not quite processed yet. All right. So an example of one that I have processed, we'll go down to one below. I can go to Get Shareable Link, open this up, paste that in, and it's going to take me to this video that I completed for, sorry, let me mute it. All right. For an earlier earlier topic that we were doing in chemistry. All right. So I provide this link to my students a couple different ways. I can provide it through Google Classroom. I also have a Google site where I house links to all of these different videos. All right. Both make these videos very accessible. All right. So again, YouTube channel, pretty easy to set up. Just go to Google and ask how to do that, and you'll be all set to go. Once you have it ready, you are literally going to create and upload these screencasts that you have prepared. Once they finish processing, then they will be accessible to all of your students. Okay, I hope that helped.